Today I'm going to share you a story about buyers beware. And just because they claim to be a Christian company or it has Christian in the company name, sadly doesn't always mean that it's Christ-like or it's Christian. Today I'm going to share with you a very embarrassing moment of my life and how we were duped out of hundreds and hundreds of dollars. And lessons learned, that's for sure. And how can I share this with all of you in a way that maybe I can keep you from making the same mistake? It's either you're going to laugh about it or you're going to cry about it. And I think I've done both. And I realized there's a lot of lessons to be learned from all of this. And here are my lessons. As most of you know, for about 15 years, we had no health insurance. And in fact, it was even longer than that. I'm not sure exactly how long it's been, but most of our marriage, we didn't have health insurance. And so back earlier this year, we were looking for health insurance. And we were looking around and we were trying to decide, what do we want to do? We really wanted to get health insurance. But we wanted to be proactive in our choosing of it. We wanted to get good rates and we wanted to support the things that we believe in. And so we started looking at sharing plans. And there's so many different companies out there, but what they're called is Christian sharing plans. In other words, it's a big pot where everybody puts their money in, and then when somebody in the membership needs it, they will disperse it out and they will pay their bills. Well, we thought this is an amazing idea, amazing concept, because we could go ahead, we could tithe all of our money, we could put money in because there was monthly dues. You had to give a certain amount of money. And I explained to all of you guys how excited I was for this. So we were paying close to $400 a month. We had a $12,000 deductible because at that point we thought, well, we don't gonna need much. I mean, we don't have no health issues or anything like that. And we would be giving our $400 a month towards other people that would be helping them out. And if we needed help, you know, then they would help us out. Beautiful concept, but in our case, it didn't work. And so we were putting money in, about $400 every single month, and we did that now for many, 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 many months. And then, of course, you all know I had a medical emergency. And my medical emergency was one that was not pre-existing. It was something that just came up. It was a woman issue, and I went to the hospital. And I had a lot of bills. Well, thinking it's Christian sharing plan, we even gave extra money each month because they said if you give extra money each month, then you can help somebody else's bills even more. So we always gave extra and thinking that we were helping someone else and that, you know, their bills would be helped, and never even thinking of it. Even when I was in the hospital, we gave extra money for someone else because we thought that's the thing to do. You help somebody else out. And we submitted all of our bills and we waited and waited and waited and waited all along, paying our monthly dues, until we finally got a letter saying that they're not going to pay any of our bills. What? It was only then did we decide to go to the BB&B, Better Business Bureau, and check this company out. And sadly, we found out that we were scammed. Being scammed, those are strong words, and yes, we were scammed. But thankfully, we weren't scammed as much as some people were. Story after story after story we were reading about this company and people's heart-wrenching stories. How about the story of the woman that she was paying in for 4.5 years, developed breast cancer. And because she smoked when she was in her 20s, now she's 68 years old, they claim that because she smoked when she was 20, she got her breast cancer from that. So it was pre-existing condition? Are you kidding me? She cried and cried and cried in her letter. I couldn't believe it. So they were penalizing her for something she did in her 20s that had nothing to do when she's 78 years old. All these things I kept reading. And then they kept saying they were saying was preconditioned. And that's what they said about me as well. Wait, what? How could I have a precondition when I didn't have any issues with this? I wasn't treated for this. Well, because I had a problem back in my 30s, and now I have this, they called that precondition. How many people have had some kind of condition when they were younger? I mean, we're talking years, 20 years go by with no problems. So basically they said, one, any and all women's issues are preconditioned. They're pre-issues, all women's issues. Because they said, when you turn 16, you get your you-know-what, and then that becomes a woman, and if you have any issues, it was all because of that. I'm being serious with you people. I am so being serious with you. So we were angry. At first was, I can't believe this. But then I started reading the stories of all of these people, and I started realizing, wow, we could have been so much worse off. There was a story of a woman who had a teenager, and all of a sudden her teenager became very depressed, and she felt suicidal. And her teenager went to the hospital to seek treatment, okay? She went and she sought treatment, got treatment, is doing amazing now, but they won't cover her. Because they said they won't cover anti-mental conditions. Are you kidding me? A Christian company who is penalizing somebody for going to get the help they seek. Then we realized why they kept saying they're not an insurance company is because by saying they're not an insurance company, they can do and make any rules they please. Now, maybe some of you are watching me today and you are affiliated with a company like this and you love them. And you know what? I'm so happy for you. Maybe not all companies are this way. I will not say the name of this company. I will not say that because I just am not comfortable in doing so. But my motive of this video is to share with you, please, buyers beware on everything. And if it says it's a Christian company, just don't take the word for it. You know, a lot of times companies will be Christian or Mennonite or Amish, or they'll say something like that in a generic term in order to dupe people and to rule them in. And I could tell you of a story of a contractor who came out and he was Amish. And so he said all the work he's going to do, but guess what? The workers that came, none of them were Amish. He was Amish getting the work, but he wasn't doing the work. And so you can get yourself in such a fine line, you know, and you can get yourself in such a, where you think you're getting something and you're getting something quite different. So yes, it was a big disappointment. But thankfully, I didn't have a couple $100,000 bill. Now my bill is over $30,000. Over $30,000. They did a procedure on me that took 15 minutes and they charged $14,000 for that. But here all this time, where did our money go? Where did our money go? I don't know. And we could have been, I would have rather given that $400 a month, handed it to somebody that I know was in need and know that they got it. And so in this day and age, we have to be careful about everything that we do, because right now money is so tight with everybody. And because money is so tight with everybody, we are being bombarded with GoFundMe's and being bombarded with, you know, give to this organization, give to that organization, money for this and money for that. We have to just do our part. I'm embarrassed. I didn't do my part. I saw the infomercials and I saw, you know, all the good things, but I didn't do my part. I mean, I'll be honest with you. And even though $12,000 deductible is really, really high, we just thought, you know, we just did this. Looking back, come on, how many people have made mistakes? We've all made mistakes. And when looking back on it, we can say, oh my goodness, like we were just so dumb. But we saw the Christian and we saw, you know, the way they portrayed everything, and we just thought it would be a perfect thing. But trust me on this. Once we get this all worked out, we are going to get regular health insurance. Yes, it's going to take a lot of my YouTube money. A lot of my YouTube money. But we will make sure we have proper insurance and the real thing. Not one that has rules this long and fine print, so little they don't even tell you about it. So buyers beware and be very cautious when you're looking at companies that have sharing plans, because sometimes, my friends, they aren't always what they seem to be. I know, you told me so. 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 But it was already done, so. I'm laughing. And my friend said, and you're laughing about this. How can you be laughing about this? Because in life, my friends, there's so much to be depressed about. And God will provide. And we will make monthly payments just like everybody else has to do in life. We will make monthly payments and we'll have it paid off. And we will learn a lesson. And thank God it wasn't a $200,000 lesson or $300,000 lesson. You know, it doesn't take long to acquire bills like that these days in the hospital. Lessons learned. Trust me, lessons learned. Take care, everyone, and we'll see you guys tomorrow. Bye, everybody.